What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we're gonna focus on Platinum Arena. This is going to be a very endgame guide. We're gonna have a look to see how the current meta actually shifted in the last couple of months, and I'm gonna share with you my thoughts on the current state of Arena, mainly Platinum Arena and the way it works with the Arena reset and stuff. Now, I haven't made a video on Platinum Arena for quite a while, man. We used to do this every single week together with the Platinum Arena resets. The main reason why I kind of stopped doing them was because they weren't as popular as I would have liked them to be. And I kind of understand it is a very endgame content. Not a lot of people are that excited about Arena, and a lot of people are kind of like tagging it like the whale content only, you know what I mean? But do let me know in the comments down below, how do you feel about Arena videos and all this? I'm definitely considering in bringing them back, since we know that the game won't have any sort of updates or major updates for the next coming months. I don't really want to redo the same video over and over again to kind of tell you the top 10 champions in the game, you know what I mean? So let me know in the comments down below. Do you enjoy watching Arena? Even though you're not playing in Platinum Arena, you enjoy learning strategies about it and all this. But before we jump over to Arena, guys, if you enjoy the music you hear in the video, I partner up with Soundstripe. They have an amazing music library, so feel free to check them out. You will be finding the links in the description down below and in the pinned comments. Plus, I can save you 15% on checkout by using code Skratch for any subscription. Now, if we have a look at Platinum Arena, guys, what is happening now? We have Stone Skin, we have Protection, we have Reaction, we have Swift Parry, Deflection, we have everything. It definitely feels like for the last 6 months to over 1 year, it's just more RNG, more RNG, more RNG. And I gotta admit, personally, it kind of gave me a hit. I'm not enjoying it as much as I used to, because you're losing on dumb fights where you shouldn't really lose because it's just bad RNG on your side. And that pisses me off a lot. I'm not gonna lie about it, you know? But if we're gonna have a look kind of like the main teams that we're finding in here, Warlord is probably the most powerful champion you're gonna fight in Arena and find in Arena. Warlord, Yumeko. Warlord mainly in defense and offense as well. I find that Yumeko is better for offense because she's not depleting the thermometer. And since we have the Stone Skin sets and all this, I really feel like Warlord is your safety net, you know, Warlord Yumeko, because no matter what the opponent will do, you're gonna lock him, you know, and that won't allow him to make a move. So I'm using my Warlord pretty damn often. I'm using double buff stripper pretty often as well. That kind of like increases the chance to remove the Stone Skin in case if they have any. The main thing and my main complaint for Arena, and I really hope that this was gonna change since it was the year of PvP. Now, of course, for very good reasons, the game doesn't get any updates in the near future, but hopefully in the future at some point this will get fixed and changed. Having Arena reset for the last 15 minutes is awful. It just sucks, man. So basically, all the teams that we're gonna fight today, they are here. They can give you a bit of an idea of what you can expect during reset. But everybody's hiding their big guns, basically. Everybody's hiding their defenses. So during Arena reset in the last 15-20 minutes, you're seeing a completely different game. And it's kind of like not fun because you're only working for 15 minutes an entire week, you know what I mean? And it's honestly kind of like, man, why not make it in a different way so everybody's forced to keep their best teams, their best defenses during the entire week in order to give you the best result at the end of reset, you know? So hopefully this is something that they are considering to change in the future, because the last 15-20 minutes is kind of like they go that quick, and it's not as fun because it ends so quick, you know? It's just 15-20 minutes a week. It's just not enough, in my opinion, to have as a competitive Arena. Even though competitive whales money, it doesn't sound as good, you know? But basically, we're gonna go through a couple of lists, guys. We're gonna see what sort of teams we're fighting in here, how to counter some of them. I'm gonna show you kind of like my main teams that I'm using during the week. During the reset, a few things are changing. Now, probably I'll start doing again the Arena resets videos. I gotta see if I'll be in the mood every Monday morning to get them organized. But we're gonna go slowly through some of the teams that we can fight in here. A lot of people are using resistance now. If you're just running a resistance team like this, I feel like it's very easy to actually counter that team, you know. A lot of card deals for the last couple of months on high resistance and immunity, they can be annoying if they have enough resistance, but if they don't have enough resistance, they're not really annoying since you can actually CC the champions, you know. But overall, that's kind of like the main thing. Nothing really changed in terms of champions, not so much in terms of combos for teams and stuff, but the main idea is all the sets that changed in Arena, guys, you know, and all the empowerment, of course. Like, look at all these +4 teams. I definitely remember this guy, high resistance Skymar in there, and overall some of these teams can be pretty damn annoying, you know. But let's start looking at some teams. These ones are kind of like the easy teams to counter. A lot of people are like, Skratch, why should I run immunity team in offense? Because it's so easy to farm these defenses. That's why I never recommend anyone to use a team like that as an arena defense during reset, because they just get smacked. Even they kill my Tranda though, but that doesn't really mean nothing. 11 seconds, if the hegemon was not a damage hegemon, for example, I was gonna farm this team in 5 to 6 seconds, you know. So overall, the Molly strategy, I showed you one before as well with Rotos and Sifi, kind of like how to go against specific teams. It's been a few months since I showed you that team actually, but the Molly is kind of like the main counter for these teams. You won't be seeing many of them during reset, you know, so that's another problem. That's kind of like the main thing with arena reset and weekly arena is so different, you know. If you're looking at all these teams, of course, you can mainly go with speed teams and farm them. It's nothing too crazy. Soulless teams, Sifi and all these. You can use a Ramantu if you like. You can use a Madame series next to the team. But pretty much this is kind of like the main team that I'm using to go against all these different teams that they don't have hegemons in. And I know for a thing that I can CC them with my Kymar. I'm fast enough to go on them, you know. Even if that Swift Parry procs, it's not that much that they can do against my champions, you know. It's pretty much an easy farm on the longer run there. What else do we have here? So this is exactly the same cup of tea like before. Now, let's just say they have Stone Skin, for example. So what I would do here, depending on what sort of hegemon he has, you know, it's pretty hard to know now what he's gonna have on reset, because mainly the people are changing their champions for it. But I would probably go either like this. Maybe if I'm not using Molly, I might use Kymar or Ramantu next to Warlord and the Nuker, or maybe I might use a Nacred next to it. But Warlord is such a powerful champion to deal with Stone Skin, for example, just for the simple fact that if you don't strip the buff and they have an enemy Warlord in the team, or they have something like a big threat in it, if you don't strip the buff with a Kymar, you're in trouble. You're probably gonna lose the fight, or if you're not gonna lose it and you're gonna manage to recover from it, it's gonna be pretty hard to end it quickly. So it might take you over 1 minute. You definitely wanna avoid those sort of fights, you know. So let's refresh the page a bit. I was actually literally just thinking about Wither, for example. She can be pretty annoying, man, just for the simple fact that if you're constantly gonna weak hit on a Wither, you know, with a Tranda or with a Rotos, for example, it's gonna take you forever to kill that team. It's so annoying, you know. One thing to keep in mind when you're seeing these speed leads with Duchess, Warlord, that hegemon most probably 99% is gonna be using the A1 during reset, because they don't have a Termiter booster or anything like that. They're gonna try to decrease your Termiter and lock you with Warlord. So against a team like this, I would still probably go in the same format, but I would rely more on this format right here. The only kind of difference that I would do, I'm gonna try to see if I'm fast enough with my Kymar, you know. I might not be, but I'm still gonna give it a go and see. If I'm not fast enough like that, and I'm getting a loss here, which is gonna be a bit unfortunate. You see, he actually resisted, so I'm not even sure if that was a 3% chance, or he actually had that much resistance on the champion. And looking at his team power, I just got 3%ed, you know. This is one of those things that really, really annoy me, man. Like, they annoy me like crazy. when that happens, because a lot of times it happens so damn often, you know? It's definitely not fun when it happens. So we're gonna let them revive, and like this, we're gonna be able to go in with Tranda again with the A3. I'm actually gonna use the A3 now because that Warlord gets pretty dangerous. I'm gonna attack with it here. Hopefully, Warlord is not gonna get his thermometer boosted, because if he locks me, I'm in trouble. Actually, he didn't lock me, so that's pretty damn good. So I'm gonna use the A2. Actually, no, we're gonna go with the A3. That should give us a pretty good hit. Everybody sees it here, so we're fine. The main idea is that when Warlord gets like that, is dangerous, you know. But 50 seconds farm, this could have been a bit faster. But just as an idea, a lot of times it's pretty risky to go against the Wither with a Kymar as a CC, because you're gonna get weak hits. That's why she's such an awesome champion. And if you missed on getting her when we had her on the guaranteed event with the 15 Sacreds, I would say is a shame, because she's really an awesome champion, you know. Now, if you're fighting the Lion, that's kind of like what I'm using in my defense, you know. And honestly, it does pretty good during the week, the defense. I have the Lion in here, and a lot of people are attacking with Rotos, are attacking with different champions. I do have kind of like an ace in the hand when I'm using the Lion, and they're not expecting it, and they are getting clapped. But either you're going with Warlord against a team like this, either you're tanking up with the Ursagas, with Vogots and stuff like that to tank your team up and take the damage and kill them slowly like that, or you're going in with the Rotos, or you're going in with a Warlord team like this. Once you're locking them, you're going to be able to provoke him, slowly kill them. He's going to kill your Tranda, you're going to revive your Tranda, and then you're going to use the A1 on a Arbiter, and you're going to kill the Lion. It's going to take you around 15 seconds. If you're going with Rotos again, it's going to take you around 15 seconds. You can actually go full auto with both of the teams. So it's pretty much how much you want to risk it, and what team you prefer to use, you see? So it's kind of pretty straightforward on how to take it down. Kill my Tranda, that's so standard, because it always happens, you know. He's still provoked. That's kind of like the power of Molly. She's such an awesome champion. And we dealt 1 damage on that Siphi. Absolutely insane. I cannot believe it. If I was actually manualing Tranda's A2 on Siphi instead of the Lion, we would have killed both of them. But like this, we got 1 damage, guys. You see, we're not finding that much stone skin gear at the moment. And that is pretty annoying, because you don't really get to use it at its maximum potential. This team right here. So these are kind of like the teams with Cardiel that can be pretty annoying if you don't have enough accuracy. Now, I do not guarantee 100% that I'm gonna have enough accuracy to deal with this team. If, for example, I'm gonna remove my Madame series, bring in Ramantu just to get that accuracy aura. I'm gonna have 2 buff strippers as well, in case if they have stone skin. That candy still has a very high chance of wrecking my team, because I'm not gonna be landing decrease attack on him. And I don't feel like it's as safe as running a team like this. Now, you could run different champions, different nukers, for example. I could go with a slower team. I shouldn't necessarily go with this, because this actually poses a risk, my team. I could actually lose this fight, because I might not have enough accuracy to CC that Cardiel, you know. But we're gonna give it a go, and if this doesn't work, we're gonna change it, and we're gonna go and rely on a slower team, you see. I knew that somebody was gonna have that on. I can boost the thermometer now and put that increased defense, or I can wait for another turn, but I'm probably gonna do it now and hope that I'm gonna CC that Cardiel. We managed to do it, and the good part is that we managed to land that attack down on the candy, you know. That's why I kind of prefer running these over bringing in a Ramantu instead of Madame, because if that candy doesn't have attack down, I might not CC him all the time, right? The chances of him getting a weak hit from Kymar is pretty high, and maybe for some reason that Duchess does get a turn before my nuker, and is gonna land an attack up on Candy. Candy can smack me. Like, honestly, it can happen. Now, reaction on that Cardiel can actually cost us. Luckily, Duchess seems like she actually took her turn already, which is pretty weird in this team because Cardiel is supposed to be the fastest champion. Now, for some reason, that Duchess is faster than Cardiel, you know. Okay, so we actually got that CC on her. I'm gonna make sure I'm sleeping her so she cannot revive. Use that skill again, just to don't wake her up, and bang. 1 minute and 19 seconds just because I've been talking so much. But this, it was a pretty straight forward fight. Team power doesn't always mean that he has 1 million resistance, you know. That's kind of like one thing to keep in mind. Probably that Cardiel had around 700 to 750 resistance in that immunity set. Mitrala, on the other hand, so if you're going against teams like that, right? You see they have a resistance lead as well. It's pretty annoying. Either you're going with a team that boosts your accuracy, like an increased accuracy champion, CC the entire team. That might work. I'm not sure how fast is that Sifi, for example. But if you're not able to do that, you can always go with a Warlord, you know? You're most probably not gonna lock Mitrala, but you're gonna lock the rest of them. Even if she's gonna cleanse, you're still gonna kill them, but in a slower way, you know? So what I'm actually gonna use against this team, let's see if it's gonna work. I'm not guaranteeing it just yet. I can actually take that out. Let's take that out, that out, that out. We're actually gonna bring in Tranda. We're gonna bring in 222. Where is... We gotta look quickly for my Kimi. There we go. So we have Kimi right here. I could try to go with Ramantu as well. Have two different champions like this. Yeah, let's give it a go. We'll see if this works or not. Depending on how much speed they actually have, my Ramantu actually might cut in front and wake them up. So let's not use Ramantu. Let's just use a Madame series. We're not even gonna put increase attack. We're gonna see how it goes though. The problem is, you see, Stone Skin reaction. So here I would have been much better if I was gonna bring in a Kaimar. This is gonna cost me. I feel like this... Okay, we got lucky. We got lucky. But we cannot rely on luck every single time, you know? So that's one thing that you kind of want to keep in mind. You cannot rely on luck every single time. And when this happens, it's very annoying. That's very annoying when it happens with Kimi. When she's so fast, you know? Okay, so we actually managed to stun two of them, which is a bit unfortunate. It's a damage build Valk. So that, again, it could have been a massive problem if she was doing enough damage on my team, you know? So now we're gonna reset. Luckily, all of them, they're CC there. We're gonna be able to strip the buffs again if needed after the nuke. Okay, she actually has a Swift. She revived Mitrala, that's fine. Can strip those buffs, sleep them again. And again, you see, she has that problem. Using the A1, the A2, whatever we're using with her, it becomes dangerous. So we're gonna manual here to make sure we're gonna A2 on Mitrala, kill the team. It is under 1 minute. I would personally say that in the current meta, in the current state of Arena, winning a fight during reset when you're actually finding all the powerful teams, 1 minute is a decent time, is a decent winning time, you know. This right here again can be a pretty annoying team. I would most probably take a Warlord against a team like this because you do have the Lion, you have Rotos, Sifi, Cardiel, and I would probably attack a team like that with the Rotoses, you know. But since we kind of attacked the team with Cardiel, let's see. We are number 29. We're gonna start getting some slightly better teams overall, so we can actually have a look at what else it looks different in here. Mainly, Mitrala, Wittir, you're gonna see a lot of them during a reset because a lot of people are using Stone Skin and they use a cleanser to deal with the bombs in case if anyone's using bombs. Bombs are not very effective though, like they're not dealing enough damage. If you have a Duchess that has 100k plus HP, 2 bombs from an Astrolith with 7+ k attack is not gonna one-shot your Duchess. 100k plus HP Necret is not gonna get one-shotted by the bombs. So that's one thing to keep in mind if your main counter for a Stone Skin is bombs. Warlord is the best counter for it. Trust me when I'm telling you that. Let's see some different teams, maybe something more, something different, something that we haven't really fought that much. This one, for example, with plus 4 Foley, you're not gonna see this on reset. It can be pretty annoying to deal with during the week if you don't have the right champions. You definitely don't want to try and sleep that, because he's gonna kill somebody in your team 100%. So you're gonna have to go with the Warlord, lock that team, or try to get a lot of tanky champions in, a lot of force champions to protect the rest of your team and kind of like soak the damage, you know. It doesn't seem like we really have anything too crazy. More to muck up on Stone Skin is actually very, very popular nowadays. We can actually attack a team like that, because why not? And see how it plays off. So let's just see what we have here. Now, when we're going against teams like that, right? That Warlord can be pretty fast. We do have the speed lead, how you can see. That Hegemon, if he's not going with the A1 now, is gonna go with the A1 during reset, okay? So, for example, I would probably try to use a different team, okay? So I'm actually gonna go with this. I'm not gonna use a Warlord in here, but I'm gonna go like that and just pray for the best in terms of hopefully I'm fast enough with my Kymar to outspeed his Warlord, you know? So I'm gonna use Raman 2 in here as well and block the passive on that what's his name? Oh, actually, we lost him and they were faster than me, so that was a problem. Bang, we actually got clapped. We haven't went in with the right team, you see. They were faster. I got locked. That was a nuke Hegemon, so that was a bit like Gadget baited, you know. I should have seen it by the team power. So if we're gonna come again, we're definitely gonna have to play it a bit differently since he is faster than me. I'm actually gonna use a different team instead. So I'm gonna have to bring in Arbiter, Warlord, Necret, and Tranda. So like this, I can lock them, and he's not gonna be able to lock me with his Warlord. Like this, I should definitely be faster. At least I'm hoping for it, you know. Okay, so we are. Now we lock them. That doesn't mean that this bad boy cannot do some crazy damage on my team right now. If he actually activated the passive, he's gonna wreck my Tranda again, and that's a loss because he's blocking the revive, you know. So Necret actually used his skill, so I'm not gonna go with the A3 just yet because that's a double hit on Mortu. I'm actually gonna go with the A2, and from here on, hopefully, he's not gonna wreck me. You know what I mean? Let's see. But I'm pretty convinced that he has that skill available, the passive. Let's see. Oh, he doesn't. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. Much safer to go with Warlord against teams like this. I needed to have that Thermiter booster in order to be able to beat the team, you know, because that Warlord right here is probably 360 speed, 360 plus speed. Is in that range. Now let's see anything a bit different. We kind of went against the Lion. Let's actually go against the Lion with a different team. Instead of Warlord, let's go with Rotos. So this is one of the teams that I showcased ages ago, guys. It's a lot of fun. It's very safe to use. It's not as powerful anymore against Stone Skin, you know, because we kind of know what's the situation with it. So right now, we're gonna kill the Lion directly because that's the major threat in here. If I'm allowing that bad boy to survive, it can get pretty nasty. And their C-Seed is a very safe team. Was pretty easy to recover before, even if you were getting locked or anything like that. The fight was taking a bit over 30 seconds. But now Stone Skin is actually creating a big problem for a team like that. I kind of need that speed lead to deal with the opponent. And at the same time, I would love to have a Warlord in there. So maybe replacing Molly with a Warlord, kind of like depending on what sort of team you're actually fighting overall with it, you know. But these are pretty straightforward immunity teams. You're just going in like that, or how I specified if you want to tank up with different teams. So let's see, do we find anything a bit more different that I can actually show you guys? This one's right here. So this is actually a pretty interesting thing. Either they are running a protection Necret, either a stone skin Necret, you know. So if the is a protection Necret, it can happen that you're going against the team, and what they're actually doing is that that 30% chance might block the immunity to be removed from Tranda, and you're not going to be able to CC it with the Kaimar, you know. That's kind of like the main way I used to farm this team before. Now, you're actually going to have to go with different teams. The best choice will be a team like this, you know. Since I already have Kaimar and strip buffs, I would prefer to actually bring in a Warlord. Like, this is going to make my team safe. If I cannot strip the buffs from that Tranda, I'm not going to get destroyed, you know. So let's give it a try and see. Do we have Stone Skin or do we have protection on that Necret? Or none? Okay, Stone Skin Duchess, Stone Skin Necret, okay. You see, so if we're not stripping these buffs, for an example, which now that 50% chance came in play, we lock them. They can't do much anymore. That's the main thing. If I would have a Yume command, it would be so much better, because right now we decrease the thermeter on that Necret. Reaction is gonna hold me back. We decrease the thermeter on Tranda. If she has reaction, that can hold me back as well. So that can be pretty annoying, you know. That's kind of like one thing to keep in mind. The reason why I went in with the team like this, no thermeter booster, is because they have no threat after the Hegemon. Only Tranda, which is not gonna be 300 plus speed to cut my team and wreck me, basically, you know. So I can actually use the A3, reset with Kaimar, use the A3 again. There is no Swift parry gear on it, so that's pretty straightforward. I can actually nuke them down now. Was it just me, or we still had reaction on that Duchess? I hate it when she's always targeting somebody else with the A2. It's pretty annoying, actually. But that's the safest way, in my opinion, to deal with Stone Skin, guys. Lock them. If you cannot lock them, for example, you don't have a Warlord, you're gonna have to rely on double buff strip champion, like a Madame, Kaimar, Ramantu, or something like that. Or try to get in some bombs. If they have cleansers, either they're gonna be high resistance, and that's gonna be a bit of a problem, either who knows what else they're gonna have in there, you know. But it's definitely not gonna be an easy way to deal with. This one, for example, that's definitely a damage Tormin, you know. I might not be fast enough to cut on this team, so I would definitely go against this team with Warlord. I want to lock them. I would go in with let me show you how I would go against this team, for example, and we're gonna call it here. They don't really have for example, they don't have a Hegemon. I do think that he is faster than me. I'm not crazy fast overall with my champions. So if he's gonna cut on me, I will be in a bit of trouble. If no, bring in a Hegemon instead of Kaimar and locking them, it could be a decent option, since these two champions are already faster than Mitrala, 100%. But we're gonna give it a go like this. If he's faster, we're gonna get clapped. Most probably. Okay. So you see what happened? Stone Skin Kaimar. So many Stone Skin champions, guys. Like, honestly, I've been telling you since the Stone Skin gear is out. Nukers, just everywhere, man. Stone Skin is kind of like dominating Arena, and whoever says that is clearly not really playing the game properly. They don't really see what's happening in Arena, but it's definitely pretty crazy. And just seeing that he resisted my Warlord, either was a 3% chance for it to happen, either... No, he actually is a resistance Kaimar, okay. So that makes sense. That makes sense. This is actually solid. I like this as a defense. It can be pretty annoying. You see, it's not a fast farm, but definitely can be very annoying. I knew that he was gonna be a damage Tormin. He could have posed a massive threat for my team. Luckily, I can get that heal on, and hopefully I'm gonna get the turn before him. So he's gonna kill my Rotos over and over again, and that's pretty annoying, you know. So now let's focus on Tormin. You see, over 1 minute. This is actually a team that if I'm gonna go against it like this, is gonna be over 1 minute. I wasn't 100% sure if I'm faster or no, so I wanted to make sure that I'm gonna be able to recover from the fight. That's why I kind of brought in a Rotos here, you know. But this is actually a good example, just to show you guys that stone skin gear is everywhere, especially during reset. Now it's kind of like hidden because everybody is hiding their big guns. But the kind of like the main ways to deal with it is the safest, my opinion, is to rely on Warlord. And yes, if you guys are like, Warlord got another buff with this, he actually did. I feel like that's why they brought another champion like Yumeko in the game, to kind of help with it. Since she doesn't decrease the turn meter, I feel like it's definitely very, very solid overall, you know. But yeah, guys, that was all for this video. Hopefully, it kind of gave you an idea on how to counter some of the teams. I have a lot of champions built in immunity. You've seen quite a few of them that I've been using. You see when the fight starts. Let me know in the comments down below if you are interested to see more of these videos and stuff like that. And yeah, let me know as well what you think about the current meta and the current state of Arena, guys. Stay safe. Appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, and I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.